Well, recently, since the referendum has been passed, our school district has been very aggressive in moving towards much needed facility updates. In our neck of the woods, in the band room, the orchestra/choir room, we have had major work done. And it's incredible what it does for the mentality of the student. They walk into your classroom with a whole different demeanor. And it's important for us to keep the pendulum swinging.
Almost all high schools have some sort of theater attached. This school has never had that kind of experience. We've not had the technical abilities.
You know, I have to say it's really exciting to come to the building and see all the changes. I know this summer I couldn't wait to get in here to find out, you know, what this space would look like.
Our Black Box Theater is an incredible welcome addition, one that we've needed forever.
This space is a great starting point, and I've worked in a lot of professional spaces in Milwaukee and in the Midwest, and this is a lot better bones than a lot of the places we have downtown in Milwaukee.
One thing that's huge about the success of the space is that people see it. Because of the location here, we have kids who never would have been involved in this program.
They just come down the hallway, they're exposed to all this great stuff we're doing in our choir drama programs.
Unfortunately, with that said, the potential still really hasn't been met. There's just so many things that we could do at a much higher quality and give kids an educational experience learning how to do those things.
Fine arts budgets are always critical to how they operate. It's an expensive proposition to try and put on any type of production that looks like it's done with care.
And everybody wants to see certain things come to fruition that possibly would make this an excellent space for all different kinds of things.
We're trying to add additional light fixtures. For instance, the Broadway review we did last February, we were forced to rent lights and a light board.
It's pretty detrimental to the shows, especially if you're in like run crew and you really want to learn about that.
Another thing that we really need we need legs for the space. We have a lot of things that need to be masked so that we can create a space within here, not just for big productions, but even when small, you know, as somebody comes and there's a speaker.
The original space had a design for a light and a sound booth that is completely blocked when we add rake seating, the elevated seating. If someone is sitting in the light or sound booth, they would not be able to see anything on the stage regardless of setup. So the plan is to build a tiered deck area that will handle light and sound.
Having the opportunity to have a set lighting system and sound system just to make this area, this black box, so much better than it really is. It wouldn't be as stressful.
We want to get a computer program so that we can do ticket sales on the computer.
This black box space is designed to be a rehearsal space as well, to where a set piece can be built and the student can have the experience of walking literally on that same space. The ability to rehearse in the space you perform can't be discounted at all.
Walking into the cafeteria when you're trying to be in the world of the play is not the best setting. Like fluorescent lighting and, you know, other things were happening in the cafeteria at this time.
It would be the equivalent of a football team practicing on the basketball court.
We need the correct lighting and sound system to be able to give our students the right type of opportunities to succeed. Without those, you're kind of playing behind the 8-ball.
I think one of the neatest perks of being a teacher and a director of fine arts in this building is the kids do come back. They come back and they spend time and they talk with you and they reflect upon, you know, their career choices, and many of them do go into the fine arts as a career choice in some way, shape, or form.
I graduated from the Boston Conservatory in May of 2009, packed my bags, and I moved to New York City. I got a job and I started auditioning a lot in the city. It's scary going up there, but it's so exciting. There's no other feeling like it, which is why I'm still doing it. Because when you do get it, it's thrilling. There's no joy like it being on stage. I'm doing it, and a lot of reason why I thought I could do it was because of Brookfield Central.
We're trying to teach to the human soul and teach about emotion, and knowing that these students come back and tell us how meaningful their time with us was, just shows us how important the fine arts program is at Brookfield Central.
I really think that it would be beneficial to a large number of people in the school if we finished up the theater.
When I was first hired here, I was hired as the theater person. It's a huge job. What's evolved at Brookfield Central is a team of people doing theater. It's nice to have something that's really flexible, that can meet all of our needs and all our artistic visions.
The black box is really versatile, so it works well in that aspect.
Our purpose is to use this facility often and in a large variety of ways.
We just have to do it with lights. Otherwise, everybody can bring a flashlight and we'll be fine.
There's a lot of potential, and in my last year, I'd love to, really use it a lot more.
We should do whatever we can to make that black box space into a true area for music and for shows and for our department.